Class, this is exercise 2.4. 2.4 is related to factor theorem. So, I am reading, determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 as a factor. So, x plus 1. So, polynomials are given. Suppose first polynomial is this one, x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. And you have to check that x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial or not. So, what the remainder theorem says? If I put x is equal to minus 1, just we will make it 0 and x is equal to minus 1. So, what value we will get from here? It's a remainder. And if remainder is 0, then what we will say that this x plus 1 is a factor of this. Right? So, we are connecting both theorems together. So, it is, suppose px I am taking, and px is equal to this one. So, px we will check at minus 1. So, it will be minus 1 cube, minus 1 square, minus 1 and 1. It means here also we are using remainder theorem. Right? And by remainder theorem, by the result of remainder, we will get the result for factor, whether it is a factor or not. Now, what it will be? Minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. You can see that it is 0. Now, we can say that remainder is 0. So, x plus 1 is a factor of, only this one only we have to write extra. In remainder theorem, we close our question here. Right? But in factor, we will write one more statement here. X plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. I hope you have understood this particular sum. Now, next one you can see, I am doing question number 4. Fourth part we can start, because other two parts, second and third part, are same. So, I think you should try yourself. If you have any problem, you can write in comments. Definitely, I will give you the solution there also. Now, it is x cube, it is minus x square minus 2 plus root x and plus root 2. Again, we will check for x plus 1. Factor is same, means divisor is same, you can say that, because we cannot say that right now it is a factor. Factor will be decided by remainder only. So, we will put here px is equal to this one, right? So, polynomial is in, now you can see there are square roots and divisor is same. We will check p minus 1. So, definitely it will represent remainder. Why I am writing here again, so that it can be, can be in your mind for a long term, so that you will understand the concept, which type of concept we are using again and again. So, it will be 1 cube minus 1 square, 2 plus root 2 into 1 plus root 2, right? 1 cube is 1 minus 1 minus, this 1 will not change any value, so I will multiplying this minus inside. So, you can see root cancel, it is 0 and minus 2, we are getting minus 2, which is not equal to 0. It means it is a remainder, yes, but it cannot be a factor. Means this x is equal to minus 1 can give a remainder which is minus 2, but this x equal to minus 1 is not responsible to make this x plus 1 as a factor. This is very important to understand. So, x plus 1 is not a factor of given polynomial. Right? So, I hope you have understood the difference between the remainder and factor. In each question, you will use the same thing. Right? Now, question number 2. In this question, you can see we have given two polynomials, and question is asking, you have to check that gx is a factor of px or not. Again the same question. They have just changed the formation of first question. In the first question, if I just take you to first one, we have to check it is as a gx and that polynomial was px. So here also the same thing, and x plus 1 is also here. So it means again we have to check whether it is a factor of this one or not. It is we want this one as a factor or not. So it means we will put the value of x plus 1 equal to 0 and x is equal to minus 1. So we will check at x equal to minus 1 what is the value of this polynomial. If we will get 0, then we will say that it is a factor. If it is not 0, then it is not a factor. So only minus 1 plus 1 plus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 minus plus 2 minus 1. You can see everything is cancelled and we are getting 0 here. So now we can say that x plus 1 is a factor of given polynomial. Means gx is a factor of px. So I hope other parts also you can do yourself. Okay, now I am coming to question number 3. Question number 3 is find k. Find k. And if x plus 1 is a factor. X plus 1 is a factor of px. And what is px? Any polynomial. Right. And they have given this one. If the polynomial is this, we will do one by one. This is very important, sir. Because here it is saying that it is a factor. We have not to prove here. It is a factor. It means if we will put x is equal to 1 in the polynomial, definitely remainder will be 0. But this is the condition of factor theorem. If the remainder is 0, if remainder is 0, then what is x minus 1 is a factor. Or we can say vice versa, this one, because that is better to write. If x minus 1 is a factor, it means remainder means value. Okay, we can write value of polynomial, value of px at x is equal to 1 is 0, right? And what do you mean by this? It is a remainder actually, right? So what we will do, in place of x we will put here 1. If we are putting here 1, means in place of all x we will put here 1, and it will be equal to what? 0. We are putting already 0 from our side. 2 plus k equal to 0 and k is minus 2. So this is the third question, and other parts you can do like this. Okay, I am doing one more which is related to square root. Now the polynomial is kx square kx square minus root 2x plus 1. Okay, we will do the fourth one also. Px kx square minus 3x. Concept is same. What value we will put here? It is again px, and we have to check at p equal to 1. So at p is equal to 1 it will be 0. So what is the value at p equal to 1? K into 1 square minus root 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to 0, right? So it is k minus root 2 plus 1. So only k is here, and every constant we will shift to the right side, and this is the value of k, right? In the same way we will put here 1 and automatically it will be 0. Reason, x minus 1 is a factor. You can write like this, x minus 1 is a factor. It is given. So if I will put here k into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus k equal to 0. So it is k minus 3 plus, sorry, k, it is 0. So 2k is equal to 3, then k is equal to 3 upon 2. Right. So this is question number 3. I hope you have understood how to find the constant. Now next question is factorize. These sums we have done in 8th class also, and we have understood the concept how to factorize. So here also, first of all we will check the power of x should be in descending order. So you can see 2, 1 and 0. 2, 1 and 0. So firstly you have to see that expression should be written in the decreasing power of x. Now next one is, we will multiply first numerical coefficient and last numerical coefficient. So the result is coming 12. And this 12, we have to find two factors by which you are getting 7. So it means 4 and 3. So what we will do here, 12x square minus, in place of 7 we will put here 4 plus 3. This is called middle term splitting. It means middle term is splitted. So now it is 12x square and minus, this x will multiply here and this minus will multiply here from both sides. So it will be minus 4x, minus 3x and this one. And what is common in this? 4x. So what we will get? 3x minus 1. And what is the common? Nothing is common. So we will take minus 1. Reason? Because 3x we want plus according to this bracket. But here it is minus. So we will take minus common so that the sign will change. And these two brackets are same. This is our objective. If these bracket is not coming same, then means somewhere you have done mistake, or maybe you have chosen wrong factors. So 3x minus 1 again you will take common, and 4x minus 1 as it is. It means these two are the factors of this particular polynomial. If you will put here x is equal to 1 upon 3 in this, you will get 0. If you will put x is equal to 1 upon 4, means you will make it equal to 0. So x is equal to what? 1 upon 4, and make it equal to 0, you will get x is equal to 1 upon 3. If you will put both values, you will get 0. So it proves that it is they both are factors, right? Now next one is, again we will check the power 2, 1, 0. Then we will multiply the first coefficient and last coefficient. It is 36. 36 take two factors, 9 and 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. You have to see two factors whose sum or subtraction should be the middle value. Now 6x square, and it will be 9 minus 4x minus 6. It is 6x square plus 9x minus 4x minus 6. Now what is common here? In this is grouping. 3x, it will be 2x plus 3. It is 2. It is 2x plus 3. Both brackets are same now. It means we are on right path. So it is 3x minus 2. So this is the way to find the factors of quadratic polynomial, because middle term splitting method is only used in quadratic polynomial, right? Now question number 5. In question number 5, you can see cubic polynomial is given. So that cubic polynomial is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. And I am taking one more. It is x cube plus 13x square plus 32x and plus 20. You know, I have already told you middle term splitting is only for quadratic, but it is cubic. So what you will do? So here, you know, one factor you have to find by hit and try. You have to search the value of x, any value of x, which is making this polynomial 0. So suppose it is fx, and we have to check one by one, but we can do one thing. if the coefficient of x cube is 1, you can see here it is 1, it is 1, then we will see the last one, last number, constant. What are the factors of 1? It can be 1 and 2, or sometimes we take minus also, the negative symbols of this. In this case 20. So how many factors? Factors 1, 2, 4 and 5. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 4 and minus 5. So out of, rather than to take any number, that will be a better option. We can select, one numbers out of these fours. I think definitely we will get one solution. So we start with plus 1. So if I put here 1, then it will be 1 cube. It is 1 square minus 1 plus 2, 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. So you can see here we are getting 0. So it means what? This 1 x is equal to 1 is a factor. Sorry, not x is equal to 1. If we x is equal to 1, at x is equal to 1 it is 0. But x minus 1, because 1 will shift here, because we have to write in expression form as a factor form. Factor form says that this constant you have to shift to this side. So x minus 1 is a factor of given polynomial of fx I am writing. Now what is the other two factors? We can put another values, or we can do one thing. We will divide the given polynomial by this one. You know the division process. So what you will do here, you will divide it. So first of all we will take x square, right? So x square will be, because we have to see the first value and this first value. So what is, we have to multiply in this value to make this. So we will multiply by x square so that it can be x cube, and this x square will multiply this minus 1, so it is minus x square. Now we will change the sign so that one value can be eliminated. That is why we are making equal. Now we are coming to the next one. This is minus x square, and you can note down the next one. Now we have to make this one by multiplying in this. So what we have to multiply in x so that it can be minus x square minus x, so that it can be a minus x square, and it will be plus x. Now it is plus, it is minus, it is minus 2x and plus 2, right? Now what we have to multiply here, same procedure, minus 2, so it will be minus 2x and plus 2, plus minus cancel 0, right? Now it means this quotient is here, which will give you other two values. So we will do the factorization of this quotient, because why we are doing this one. This polynomial is the product of this one and this one, because we know that that quotient into divisor and plus remainder is equal to dividend, but remainder is 0. It means the total value of this particular polynomial depends on x minus 1 and on this, and x minus 1 we have already proved 1 is a factor. So it means other two factors, because the degree is 3, so it means how many solutions are possible? 3 solutions. It means other two solutions we can find with the help of x square minus 2 x minus 2. So what we will do, we will do the factors. Now you can see it is in a right order, square 1 and 0, 1 and power 0, but we don't write it. So 1 is here, 2 is here, we will factor of 2. There is middle term is 1, so it is 2 and 1 only. So x square minus, it will be written as 2 minus 1, so it is x square minus 2x minus minus plus, so it is x minus 2, and is it plus 1 x minus 2, again x minus 2 is a common, and x plus 1. So it means other two factors are x minus 2 and x plus 1. So in this way we can find the factors of any cubic polynomial. Okay, if suppose we are having biquadratic polynomial, degree is 4, then by hit and trial we will find two factors, and other two factors we can find by division, because the question will come in quadratic form, and we will find the other two factors with the help of middle term splitting, right? Otherwise we have to use hit and trial for each factor, that will take time, right? Now the second question I think you can do yourself. You can see here one thing I want to tell you. You can see all are in plus. So if all are in plus, so this minus values will not be responsible to make it 0. So you can directly straightforward will not put any minus value here. You should keep these things in your mind. Here you can see some values are in minus and some values are in plus, so that minus or plus anyone can be a root, but in this case these minus value cannot be the root, right? Sometimes but yes, there is a one thing it can be, because x cube will give you minus value, this will give you minus value, yes you can put, sorry, right? But for if everything is in a square form, then only plus, sorry, I have told you something else. Plus value you cannot consider, because if you will put the plus value here, it will give you greater value, positive value, but minus value will be responsible for this, right? So it means the factor which you will get by putting, that will come from minus only, not by plus, right? Because everything is plus. If you will put the value plus here, it will become larger, so we will not get 0, but by minus you will get 0. We can put any value here, so that you will be able to understand, and after that you can do yourself. Okay, suppose I am putting x is equal to minus 1, so it is minus 1 cube plus 13 minus 1 square, 32 into minus 1 plus 20. Okay, it is minus 1, it will give you 13, because minus 1 square is plus 1, minus 32, and it is 20. Now it is minus you can put there, minus 33, sorry, and it will be 13 plus 20, it is minus 33 plus 33, it will be 0, right? So if it is 0, then we can say that x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, right? So now x plus 1 will divide this cubic polynomial, and definitely you will get the other two polynomials by the middle term splitting in the quadratic polynomial, right? So this is question number 5, first and second part. I hope other two parts also you can do, but yes, there is one thing in fourth. I think fourth also you can do yourself. Again you will try to find 1 minus 1 plus 2 and minus 2. I hope you will get the factor only by these four values, right? So I hope you can do this exercise, and there are some questions which we have left, that is for your practice, so that you can practice some questions at home with the assistance of these solutions. So thank you so much.